All right, let's dive in. Today we're talking about a massive shift happening in the world of artificial intelligence. I'm talking about the personal AI revolution. This idea of taking AI out of those giant, remote data centers and putting it right onto your own computer. And believe me, this changes everything.
So, let me just ask you this. What if you could have all the power of something like ChatGPT, but it lived right on your computer? I mean, think about it. For free, forever, and completely private. No subscription fees, ever. Your data never leaves your machine. It even works when you're offline. Sounds kind of like a fantasy, right? Well, it's not.
So to really get why this is such a huge deal, we first need to look at how most of us use AI right now. And honestly, it's inside what you could call AI's walled gardens.
You know the drill, right? You use a cloud AI service, you type in a prompt, and it gets zapped off to some massive server farm, who knows where. Then a response comes back. But this whole setup, it's got some serious strings attached. We're talking recurring fees, kind of sketchy data privacy policies, and you're completely dependent on their servers. The alternative? Well, that's local AI. And that's where your data stays with you, it works offline, and most importantly, you are the one in control.
And yeah, let's talk about those strings, because they're a big deal. Your private data, it's being sent off to third-party servers. You see those vague little clauses that say, we may use your input? Yep. Then there's the money. Ongoing subscription fees or paying per token. You hit usage limits, you have to wait in line during peak hours. And if your internet connection hiccups, you're completely cut off. So yeah, cloud AI is convenient, for sure, but that convenience comes at a price. But what if you could just cut all those strings? What if you could have an AI that plays by your rules? Well, that's exactly what the local AI movement is all about. The benefits of running AI locally are just immediate and obvious. First off, you get full data privacy. Your sensitive work documents, your secret creative projects, it all stays on your device. Period. You can use it anywhere, even on a plane with no Wi-Fi. You can wave goodbye to those subscription fees forever. And maybe the best part, you get total control. You can customize the models, you can tweak them, you can build things that work exactly the way you need them to.
So this whole shift towards a personal, private AI, it isn't just a theory. It's happening right now. And it's being driven by one incredible open source tool. So let's introduce the hero of today's story, a tool called Ollama.
Okay, so what exactly is Ollama? Well, to put it simply, it's a free open source tool that lets you download and run some of the world's most advanced AI models right on your personal computer. And it makes it stupidly easy. For the more technical folks watching, the best way to think about it is like Docker for LLMs. It just bundles up all the complicated stuff so you can just run it.
And when I say easy, I am not kidding. It is ridiculously simple. Even if the thought of a command line makes you nervous, you can do this. Seriously. You just go to their website, click download, you open up your terminal, and you type one single command, something like Ollama run Llama 3.1, and boom, that's it. You are now chatting with a state-of-the-art AI, and it is running 100% on your own machine.
But here's the thing. The story of Ollama, and really the story of local AI in general, is all about accessibility. It's about taking this powerful tech from being just a tool for developers and turning it into something that everyone can use. And that's such a critical point. You know, I saw a comment from a user that just nailed it. They said, let's be honest, before this UI, Ollama wasn't exactly beginner-friendly. And they were right. The power was absolutely there. But for a long time, if you weren't a coder, it just felt out of reach. Because at first, this was your only way in, the command line, that blinking cursor in a black window. I mean, yeah, it's incredibly powerful, but let's face it, it's also pretty intimidating for a lot of people. And for a while, that was the wall that kept local AI as this niche thing for developers and true enthusiasts. But then, everything changed, and the doors to personal AI were just blown wide open. It was kind of this perfect storm. Two incredible things happened almost at the same time. First, the open source community jumped in and built these amazing interfaces, tools like Open WebUI, that basically give you a gorgeous, feature-rich experience just like you're used to with ChatGPT, but it's all powered by your local machine. And then, the second punch, the official Ollama team released their own fantastic, super simple desktop app. And just like that, local AI wasn't scary anymore. It had a friendly face.
Okay, so now that it's easy, now that it's accessible to pretty much everyone, what can you actually do with this stuff? Well, this is where it gets really, really fun.
And look, we're not talking about little toy models here. Thanks to some absolutely mind-blowing advances in making these things more efficient, you can now run absolute giants. I'm talking about models like Meta's Llama 3.3 70B, a model that goes toe-to-toe with GPT-4 on a high-end consumer PC. I mean, running a model of this size on your own computer, that was pure science fiction just a year or two ago.
So what does having that kind of power actually mean for you, day to day? It means you can draft entire articles, generate and debug code, take a massive 100-page legal document and get a summary in seconds, or brainstorm new business strategies. And you can do all of it completely privately, right on your own machine. The possibilities are just endless. It's a true productivity powerhouse that you can shape to your own needs.
And the new official app supercharges all of this. You can literally just drag a PDF file onto the app and start asking it questions about the contents. You can drop an image in and ask it, hey, what's going on here? If you're a developer, you can give it a code file and it'll document the whole thing for you instantly. It's just an incredibly flexible and powerful tool.
So that's the now, but what's next? Where is all of this headed? The future for personal AI is, without a doubt, incredibly bright, but it's also smart to be realistic about the road ahead. So really, the choice between local and cloud AI boils down to this fundamental trade-off. When you run a model locally, you get unbeatable privacy and total control. The cost is really just the upfront price of your hardware. On the other hand, the cloud gives you easy access to the absolute biggest, most powerful models out there, but you're trading away your privacy and paying for it every single month. There's no single right answer. It really just depends on what you need.
Now, of course, it's not a completely perfect picture just yet. There are still some challenges. Running those top-tier models locally? Yeah, that requires some pretty beefy hardware with a lot of RAM and VRAM, and it can definitely use a lot of power. And trying to process super long documents can still be a bit of a struggle for local systems. But here's the key. These are all engineering problems, and brilliant people are working to solve them as we speak.
So at the end of the day, we're left with this really fascinating choice. The cloud gives you convenience, but your own PC, that gives you control. Thanks to tools like Ollama, the power to have a private, personalized, and forever free AI assistant is finally truly in our hands. So I'll leave you with this question. What will you build when your AI is truly yours?